95% of you will lose money this year, and it's not for the reason you think. Not because you're dumb, not because you lack discipline, but because of 3 words that will destroy everything you think you know about trading. 2 traders. Same system. Same $10,000. 5 years later, one has $3,000 left, the other has $250,000. What separated them wasn't intelligence. It wasn't hard work. It wasn't even market knowledge. It was something so counterintuitive. When I tell you what it is, you're going to see trading differently. But before I reveal it, let me show you the lie that's been destroying your account. There's a brilliant analyst in Chicago, best market predictor his boss has ever seen. One day, he was sitting with his boss, a 40-year veteran trader from the Chicago Board of Trade. The analyst had calculated that soybean futures would hit support at a specific price and reverse. As they watched, the market slowly moved down to that exact level. The analyst turned confidently to his boss and declared, "This is it. This is the low of the day." The veteran trader looked at him, then at the screen. Without a word, he picked up the phone and called the trading floor. "Sell 2 million bushels at the market," he said calmly. Within 30 seconds, the soybean market crashed through the support level, dropping 10 cents a bushel. The analyst watched in horror as his perfect analysis was destroyed by a single phone call. The veteran turned to him and said, "Now, where did you say the market was going to stop? If I can do that, anyone can." And there it is, the truth that shatters everything. You don't need to know. Those 3 words I promised? You don't need to know what happens next to make money. But if that's true, why are you spending hours analyzing charts? Why are you adding more indicators? The answer is more disturbing than you think. And it starts with your very first winning trade. Welcome to Stick Trader Mind, where we master the right mindset for trading. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. Remember that first win? Time slowed down. You saw the setup, clicked buy, and money appeared. No fear, no doubt. Pure flow. Trading seemed like printing money. Then came the loss that hurt, the one that kept you awake. The betrayal. Here's where 95% make the fatal mistake. You decided the problem was knowledge. If you just knew more and studied harder, learned more patterns, you could avoid the pain. So you went on a quest. More books, more courses, more indicators. And here's the sick irony nobody talks about. The more you learned, the worse you got. Why? Because every new piece of knowledge created a new expectation. Every expectation created a new disappointment. Every disappointment created a new fear. You weren't learning to trade better, you were learning to fear more sophisticatedly. Simple fear of loss became complex. Fear of being wrong, fear of missing out, fear of leaving money on the table, fear of giving back profits. Each new indicator gave you another way to be wrong. Each expectation created another opportunity for disappointment. You're trapped in what Mark Douglas, the man who spent 18 years studying this, calls the cycle of doom. But it gets worse. Because this cycle is creating something inside your mind that you can't even see. When a child sees a dog, he's curious, excited, and runs toward it. If the dog attacks, the child experiences pain and trauma. Months later, if he encounters another dog, this time, friendly, tail wagging, gentle and playful, what does the child see? A monster. Terror floods his body. He screams, runs. But here's the question that changes everything. Is he seeing reality? No. He's seeing his past projected onto his present. And right now, you are that child. Every time you see a familiar setup, your mind doesn't see current market reality. It sees every painful trade that setup reminds you of. The market could be offering you the easiest money of your life, and you'd be completely blind to it. This is why you freeze, why you hesitate, why you enter late and exit early. You're not trading the market, you're trading your traumatic memories. But here's what the 5% understand that changes everything. Quick question. Does a casino know which bet wins next? Do they need to know? The answer is no. They think in probabilities, not predictions. And here's where your mind breaks. You think you understand probabilities. My system has a 60% win rate. I get it. But after 3 losses in a row, how confident are you in taking the 4th trade? Your confidence drops because you're thinking, what if this is another loser? A casino doesn't care if 3 players won jackpots. They offer the next bet with identical odds. Why? Because they understand. Each individual event means nothing. The edge manifests over time. You can have a 60% win rate and still lose 10 times in a row. The math allows it. Distribution is random even when probability is fixed. This is what separates the 5% from the 95%. 5 fundamental truths that, when you truly accept them, make fear impossible. Truth 1. Anything can happen. You think you know this? You don't. If you did, you wouldn't be surprised when stops hit or angry when perfect setups fail. One trader with enough capital can move the market against you right now. A news event can reverse any trend. A glitch can trigger a cascade. Your analysis means nothing against collective market forces. Truth 2. You don't need to know what happens next. Stop predicting. Your job isn't to be right. It's to execute your edge. Like a casino offering the next bet. Truth 3. There is a random distribution between wins and losses. 10 losses, then 20 wins. Or alternating. Or random clusters. You cannot know the sequence. This is why individual trades can't affect your emotional state. Each trade is one data point in a series. Truth 4. An edge is probability, not a guarantee. Your edge means nothing on any single trade. It means everything over 100 trades. Truth 5. Every moment is unique. That setup that looks like last week's winner? It's not the same. Different participants, different context, different forces. Trade what is, not what was. When you internalize these truths, fear becomes impossible. How can you fear loss when you've accepted anything can happen? But knowing intellectually and believing are different. That's where 3 sacred rules come in. Break any of these, and you're announcing, I can predict the future. Rule 1. Always predefine your risk, not have a general idea. Know exactly how much you're willing to lose before clicking buy. But here's the critical part. Be genuinely okay with losing that amount. If it would cause emotional pain, you're risking too much. Most traders violate this because they don't want to accept the possibility. They enter thinking this one's gonna work. That's gambling. Rule 2. Cut losses without hesitation at your stop. No questions. No, just a little more room. Your stop is where your edge ends. Beyond it is pure hope. Why is this hard? Because exiting at a loss triggers pain. Admitting you're wrong. Accepting failure. But that failure is just a business expense, not personal, just probability. Rule 3. Have systematic profit-taking. Let's see what happens isn't a plan. You need mechanical rules. Without them, emotions control exits. Greed whispers, hold for more. Fear screams, get out now. These 3 rules form the mechanical stage. You must become a robot. No interpretation, no creativity. Pure, systematic execution. If trading feels exciting, you're gambling. If it feels mechanical, you're trading professionally. But there's something else you need to understand before transformation. Fear of being wrong. You tell yourself, I'm an idiot when trades fail. But being wrong isn't failure. It's a business expense. Pros are wrong constantly. They don't take it personally. Fear of losing money. Money represents security. This fear causes tight stops hit by noise, premature exits, and paralysis. Only trade money you've mentally written off. Fear of missing out. Watching markets move without you feels like theft. This drives chase entries, overtrading, and revenge trading. The market offers infinite opportunities. Missing one means nothing. Fear of leaving money on the table. You exit with profit, then watch it continue. This causes holding too long, re-entering exited positions. Truth. You can never capture entire moves. Trying guarantees, giving back profits. The master key, dissolving all 4, complete acceptance of risk. When you truly accept you might be wrong, lose money, miss out, or leave profits, the fears evaporate. They cannot exist in a mind that's already accepted what it fears. Let me show you what this looks like in real trading. Meet Sarah. At 6:30 a.m., she doesn't check the news or overnight prices. She reviews her rules, same rules she has been using for 3 years. When market opens, she scans for setups, no excitement, just recognition that her edge is present. She calculates her position size, places orders, and enters. At 10:45 a.m., stop gets hit, loss of $250. Her response? Nothing. No anger. No, why did I take that trade? No, market screwed me. She logs it and marks it successful because she followed her rules perfectly. She lost money and marked it as successful. Why? Success is execution quality, not outcome. At 2 p.m., she spots another setup, and it works this time. She takes partial profits and trails the remainder. At 3:47 p.m., trailing stop gets hit. Total profit is $1,750. She makes $1,500 at the end of the day. Good day? Yes, because execution was perfect. Here's the twist. If she'd lost $1,500 with perfect execution, it would still be a good day. Notice what's absent. No drama. No emotional swings. No checking balance constantly. No revenge trading. No hope. No fear. This isn't because she's a robot. She's aligned her beliefs with market reality. Now here's your transformation protocol. Week 1. Awareness. Stop live trading. Paper trade while documenting every thought and emotion. Each evening, complete. Money is. Success means. The market is. You're mapping your mental environment. Week 2. Reprogramming morning. 20 minutes of visualization. See yourself executing mechanically. Feel calm confidence. Paper trade with full emotional engagement. When fear or greed arise, acknowledge them, then act from rules. You're learning to operate independently of emotions, not eliminate them. Week 3. Integration. RISM live trading with quarter-size positions. This isn't about profit. It's practicing new patterns with real consequences. After each trade, document. Did you follow my rules? What was your internal experience? Focus on execution quality, not profit or loss. Week 4. Expansion. Gradually increase size while monitoring for old patterns. If fear returns strongly, reduce size immediately. Build consistency before seeking profits. Perfect execution with losses beats profitable rule violations. You're living in two realities. In one, you predict, control, and must be right. In the other, you flow with probability, accept uncertainty, profit from chaos. You've got 3 choices. Blue pill, return to prediction. Analysis paralysis. This is 95%. Red pill, accept uncertainty. Think in probabilities. Join the 5%. Black pill. Know, but do nothing. The worst choice. Every master trader stood where you stand. They weren't special. They weren't gifted. They just decided to think differently. Their transformation began with one acceptance. I don't need to know what happens next. Your first assignment tonight, write one limiting belief about trading. Maybe I must be right, or the market owes me. Then write its replacement, I follow my edge, or I earn from probability. Post it where you'll see it every morning. Read it, feel it, become it. The market hasn't changed. It never will. The only variable that can change is you. Mark Douglas's final message. The answer is not in the market. The answer is in your mind. Change your mind, change your results. You stand at a crossroads. Behind you, there's prediction, control, fear, and failure. Ahead, there's probability, acceptance, and consistency. Your journey begins now. Do you believe in probability, or you want to control the market? Tell me in the comments, if this changed how you think about trading, smash that like button. Your transformation starts now.